All right, everybody, welcome back. So welcome to Rick Abramson's layout tour. Now, last time I did this tour video, it was around 6 years ago. Since then, the layout has been moved and it's in its new location. So this layout was actually taken apart in 8 different sections. It was reassembled and stretched 3 feet. And just to give a quick history of this layout, it was built in 97 and the first train ran in August of 97 of the same year. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. About 90 to 95% of the layout is covered in catenary, prototypical catenary. Now this catenary covers the main line, the dockside, and East Bridgeport. Now the town that you're looking at right now is called Devon. Devon's comprised of many types of railroad kits, including ones from Bar Mills, Downtown Deco, Foscale, Walthers, and many others. The layout is comprised of 6 different interlockings. You have SS 62, which is Central Avenue, SS 63, Bishop Avenue, SS 55, Burr Road, SS 71, Devon, SS 73, Woodmont, and also SS 199, Berkshire Junction. And now this is the back side of Devon, and you can actually see to the right of the screen a small little bungalow, and it is modeled after a prototypical scene in one of the New Haven Railroad history books. Now the section that we're looking at here is East Bridgeport Yard. This is actually the entrance to East Bridgeport Yard. We have a lawn tower there, and as the camera pans, you can see how much catenary is actually in the area. The entire East Bridgeport Yard is covered in catenary, which is prototypical, and you also have a jet, an EP5 going past on the main line. As the camera pans more to the left, you're going to see an HH660 there, and also we have some track diagrams and a throttle. As we move along in East Bridgeport Yard, you can see the motor servicing platform there. And we have an EY2 sitting there being serviced. We have a little bungalow there and also crew quarters. And here comes the jet again. The layout is approximately 22 feet in length by at least about 15 feet. The layout is still undergoing expansion work, but it is operational. And as we pan again to another section of East Bridgeport Yard. You're going to see the wire train against the wall track there. And inside East Bridgeport Yard, we have some industries that are switched out. We have Remington Firearms, Bridgeport Machines, and a couple others. Remington Firearms is made from a Walther's machine shop building, and this particular industry is equipped with its own switcher. As you can see, the 45 tonner in the background. The original Remington switcher is now up in Canaan, Connecticut. It still exists, and it's owned by the Housatonic Railroad. In the background, you can see a Maybrook job traveling on the Maybrook line. We'll be looking at that in a little bit. And also to the left of the screen, there's a small yard called Turkey Brook Yard. And we're back in Devon. We have a set of EF4 sitting there at the Devon Station. And right there is Devon SS71. And this is where Mr. Abramson started his railroad career in New Haven in 1968. And as we proceed, you're going to see the east and west leg of the Y in Devon. The Devon Tower still exists to this day. The station is no longer there. All right, everybody, so this is where the old layout stopped. Now, on the left here, you're going to see some drawbridges, and this is Devon Draw. This is a brand new section. Now, keep in mind, this layout was split up into 8 different sections and then stretched and reassembled. So what you're seeing on your screen is brand new, never been seen before. And we have our EP5 going over. The scene is very realistic with water and boats and everything else that you see. And now we're on the back side of Devon Draw, and you can see the Maybrook job that's on the main line now going over. It's a pretty cool train to see going over the bridge, and this is a definitely really awesome place to photograph and video trains. And now we see the Maybrook job going up the east leg of the Y at Devon. And you can see the signal drop right about now. Now, in addition to all the other details on this layout is equipped with signaling. And there are signals in various spots of this layout to add more realism. These signals are operational, they are prototypical, and they do work, and they are used in realistic operation sessions. Now, the catenary that you do see there is non-powered. On this layout, the power comes from the tracks, not the catenary. But anytime you see electric running, the electrics always run with the pans up. All right, so we have Connecticut Light and Power in front of us now. This prototype is located in Stratford, Connecticut, alongside the Housatonic River. And this particular model is based on, or is built from Walthers, Magnuson kits, Keebri, and a couple others. As you can see, it is highly detailed, and it does take in hopper cars of coal. We have a body shop there, and then behind the body shop, you're going to see a RDC coming down the west leg of the Y. All right, we're back in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and as you can see, the EP5 is going over, and the Maybrook job is following as well. Now, as the Maybrook train travels down the Maybrook line, watch for the signal to drop, watch the green signal, and this is another example of how realistic this layout actually is. And we have a Waterfront Industry served by rail. And we have a S1 in the background, and it's bringing in hoppers of sand. This is Magnani Sand and Gravel. And we have the yard offices there for the industry. This industry does have 2 tracks and brings in covered hoppers and regular hoppers of sand. It is transferred from hoppers to a barge. In addition to that, this is actually Bridgeport Harbor. We have a dock with some reefer cars on it, and the catenary extends all the way to the end of this dock, so you can actually bring a motor down here under catenary. Very cool area to switch. The pier is made by Campbell's, and it's the Campbell's Wharf kit. And we also have a Bar Mills kit to the left here. The harbor is finished with realistic water material, and I believe magic water was used in this area. So this is going to be one of the newer sections, and you see Rick's arm just showing you basically where the 3-foot expansion starts. So the next segment, we're going to show you the rest. All right, so we see a passenger train passing over a bridge. Now that bridge is brand new, is a brand new addition to the layout expansion. We do have a track that goes underneath that skewed bridge that services Jenkins Valves, which is right in front of you. I actually scratch built the sign on the billboard sign that's sitting on the roof right now. Now the prototype Jenkins Valves is no longer in Bridgeport. Right now it's occupied by Harbor Yard. And as we move along, this layout has a lot of switches. Some powered, some hand thrown. This one in front of you is controlled by the operator but you need a dispatcher's permission to open it up. And finally, we have one of the buildings I built for Rick is sitting on his layout now, and I recently did a video on this. Now the string of cars that's sitting there, they are sitting on a track called the Bridgeport Bulk Track. It's kind of like a team track, and it's definitely a cool area to switch out. So this is going to wrap up this video. I really appreciate you watching this video. Part 2 is in production, and there will be a part 3 and possibly a part 4. So we're going to continue our tour in part 2, but I just want to thank everybody for subscribing to this channel, checking out this video, and I hope you enjoyed this layout tour. Thanks so much for watching.